This is the King of Average.
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 Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the King of Average podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the King of Average podcast. I'm your host, BB, along with Malik. Why don't you tell the people today? Oh, it's too dirty. I can't do that to you.
All right, cool.
Why don't you tell the people today? What are we talking about today, bro?
All right, so today we're going to be talking about lighting that fire from inside. We all reach that point in our life where we're super like, we're just gung-ho about life. We're like, dude, everything is going to go well. Life was freaking made for me. I'm the freaking chosen one.
Do you think there's anybody? Do you think
I'm done with this conversation.
Oh, sorry. You want
to just keep on going at it, right?
Yeah.
And this reaches a certain point in life where it's like it almost in a way humbles you, or it
like you're trying to do right now.
it humbles you, where it just kind of puts you in your place. Many people just stop and they quit because you know what, man? I tried. This is life. I'm not meant for greatness. I'm not meant for anything good. So they just quit on their life. That fire that was once burning in them just vanished.
So I have a question. Do you think there is anybody who actually, like, at some point in their life did not ever have this vision of them being absolutely spoiled rich?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like crackheads.
You don't think crackheads, at least, before the crack, maybe when they were younger, they had like a vision where they were millionaires and they can afford all the crack they ever wanted?
Maybe.
So, that's an ambitious crackhead if you think about it.
That is. But
Shout out on Bigums.
shout out to them though. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it really varies. Does money buy happiness? Then you kind of go into that, right? Some people are like, oh, does money buy happiness? Do you really need millions of dollars in order to lead a fulfilling life? And it really depends. Some people are like, no. The majority of the people are like, no, not really. It's cool if we have it, but
Crack is kind of cheap too. Like if you look at like in the grand scheme of things,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Crack is pretty cheap. So if that's what brings you happiness, then like you don't need to be a millionaire.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I mean, to some people,
Couple corners, couple blowjobs.
to some people, hopping on an island is just good enough.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Do you know? All right, cool. So traveling, going out, having fun, blah, blah, blah. But going back to what you said, though, it's, yeah, people have like their own thing of like their own vision of what they feel like they want to live, like that vision that they see themselves living when they're in their 30s and when they're in their, adult
right
years. But then that humbleness or that reality check that I was talking about happens when you're like in your early to mid 20s, when like you're supposed to start getting going, but then you find yourself like you're not in projection, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you're not on that track. At least you don't feel like you're on that track, and you're right around. You're like, oh shoot, all these other people are graduating college. I didn't even start college yet, or all these people are on the career path, and I just, am going from job to job, and I really don't know. And I used to hate when people would tell me, oh, what do you want to do when you grow up? Because you're like, oh, shoot, I don't know. But now that you're actually grown up and you're supposed to be, you don't have much excuses.
I think basically it really does get to a point for a lot of people where especially if you do find like that security job, right? That job that's, your corporate 9 to 5, you get so used to just going through the motions and the same routine every single day that it really just suppresses that dream that you have. It suppresses that fire that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you go through it every single day and you're just like, dude, is this kind of like where my life is going to be? Like, is this what it's really going to be the entire time?
See, that is the most depressing thing that the majority of us ask ourselves.
Yeah.
When we hit that point, when we're just realizing like, yo, is this going to be the rest of my life? And I don't like this. If this is going to be the rest of my life, I'm going to be miserable. And it's an interesting thing to kind of come to. Some people are like, you know what? Well, whatever, dude. I tried. No, they didn't really. No, I tried. But they just give up on it. Yeah. But that whole thing of like, to reignite that fire from inside is important, because do you need to work a job that you don't like for some time in order for you to move on, potentially as a stepping stone to your dreams? So whether it's a business, whether it's podcasting, whether it's this, whether it's that, whether it's, I don't know, music, Hollywood, actor, I don't know. You could say whatever for it, but it's like every single thing, every single job that you do, every single action that you take, it typically is going to be towards your future. Now it's up to you to be like, all right, am I moving forward or am I taking a step back?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It applies so well. Yesterday you sent me that TikTok of the guy who called Theo Von on the show.
Yeah.
That's a perfect explanation, dude.
Wow.
The guy thought he was stuck on this one path, you know? And he was like, you know what? It was an okay job, but for some reason I was just miserable, you know? And then he went full send. Let me apply for a job. Let me apply for it. We'll get to it. Well, let me apply for this job that I'm not qualified for.
Yep.
And we'll just see what happens. And he ended up getting that job, getting this new position. Now he's way happier in his life. And the only way he was able to find that fire from inside is because he heard Theo Von talking on an episode of his podcast. If nothing changes, if nothing changes. And it sounds like, especially coming from Theo Von, it sounds like he's just clowning around. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's trolling. Like, yeah, dude, nothing changes if nothing changes. And you're like, oh, what a funny guy. But really, like, think about it. It's a deep saying.
Yeah.
It's a deep saying. And it's basically another way to say the saying, like, you know, you cannot change what's around you until you change what's within yourself, or however the hell the saying goes. But like, that's basically the same idea. You want to make a difference. You want something to be different. You want something to change. You have to change something.
Yep.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
So there's an article that I came across, and
whoa, put your glasses back.
It gave almost like about like a couple steps of how to reignite that inner flame, right? So I'm gonna name a couple off, and we'll just talk about them. All right, so I'm just gonna start naming them off. Number 1, listen to your body and follow your heart. Nurture yourself in the right way. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Be active. Create a structure and routine. Work on healthy boundary setting. Take time to breathe and relax. Practice yoga. Okay. Decrease impulses from outside. I like that one. Find your passion. Practice mindfulness. Out of the ones that I read, the biggest one, or I'd say the two that I want to talk about, is surround yourself with uplifting people. And then also, this is very tough, take time to breathe and relax. So let's start off with the first one, uplifting people. Pretty self-explanatory.
Bro, you just realized mics are not plugged in.
Shout out ADHD, bro.
What do you mean ADHD?
You know?
You didn't plug them in.
We didn't plug it in. What the hell is it picking it up to?
The mic from the computer.
That's freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
let's freaking send it.
It kind of makes sense why it seems so low. I know, even, yeah.
So go back to it.
Yeah, I mean, we should be fine. I think the audio is okay. Yeah.
Heck yeah, baby. So surround yourself with uplifting people.
Dude, that's actually the only thing, because I was about to like try to get into like, you know, what is it that you do? Because I'm trying to think, what is it that I do? You know what I mean? To kind of like reignite that fire. And like, dude, it's Andrew Tate.
It's true. It's fact.
No, but it really, really is fact. As much as I'm trolling,
I'm being serious.
As much as I'm trolling, that man really knows how to say things certain ways that it doesn't even, just to be clear, like, I like the guy, I appreciate the guy for many things. There's a few things that I would disagree with, right, overall. But the way that man uses his words to get you to reignite that fire inside, it really, really is effective. You know what I mean? It's not like I wake up and I go, oh, no, it has nothing to do with that. It makes me wake up and I go, damn, you know what? I'm not working hard enough.
Yep.
Damn, you know what? If I want to achieve something, I need to do X, Y, Z. So the surrounding yourself with good people, that is 100% the number one thing for me because, bro, shout out ADHD, right?
Shout out.
Even when I'm trying to stay focused and motivated on like the bigger picture of my life, not even like smaller tasks that I get distracted from, even the bigger picture in life, dude, sometimes I quite simply forget where I'm at in the process. I quite simply forget what it is that I'm striving for. It's actually hilarious. It's like a big ADHD moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about I keep forgetting to brush my teeth. God damn! What was that?
It's a moth.
I got attacked by a dragon on mid podcast. It's crazy, bro. Anyways, it's not even the same. Where's the moth? ADHD. No, but like I legit will have moments where I'm just like, when you talk to someone or you hear a speech or you hear a TED talk and you sit there and you go, damn, bro, like I have high ambitions for myself. Why do I keep forgetting that I do? You know what I mean?
It's almost like you have, like, not you, but people in general have high ambitions, low execution.
Yeah, but it's really interesting. It's almost like I just simply forget where my energy comes from.
Sometimes you gotta remind yourself who you are, bro.
Straight up, dude. Straight up. Like, it's like, that's why it's also, I think, really important as part of that. One of the ways you could try to reignite that fire is recognize your accolades. Celebrate your accolades. Celebrate the small wins, the big wins. Look back at your life. Don't be one of those old people who are like, oh yeah, you know, when I was younger, I used to be able to bench 4 plates. What are you doing now? The other day, I felt bad, man. Some guy was like, yeah, dude, I used to do 300 push-ups a day. And I was like, why did you used to? He goes, oh, I was younger. But why did you used to? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really press him like that. But in my mind, I was just like, why did you used to?
Arthritis.
The guys,
Child support.
we're just going to let it go. You know what I mean? We're just going to let it go. I'm not going to sit here try to talk smack about the guy, call him lazy and stuff, or that he's fat. No, just letting it all out.
Damn.
No, but like, it's one of those things where you have to look back at your accolades. Don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I used to. No, think to yourself, damn, I've accomplished something. Let me go bigger. Let me go harder. You know what I mean? Let me take that as the baseline of what I'm capable of and then prove to myself what's next.
So everyone has like their own ways of like hyping themselves up.
Right.
It's accolades, whether it's almost making it seem where like you're at that point of your life that you can't turn back. Like your back's against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally like it's either you're going to get crushed,
yeah,
or you're going to succeed. You're going to break through that wall,
mm-hmm.
and you're just going to continue going straight. Many people, I feel like, that can become very successful, apply that anxiety, apply that huge stress in their life.
Mm-hmm.
But without that whole stress, right, without that pressure, the diamonds don't make me and stuff like
action,
that, right?
reaction. So
like it makes a lot of sense why a lot of people are like success is the only option.
Right.
Failure's not, right? Shout out Mom Spaghetti. But like it was Eminem. Thank you. So going to it though is people's like are that desperate when you are able to put yourself in that position of being like, yo, I'm gonna have to freaking succeed at this. That's tough because we always want to be like, well, it's all good if I don't succeed. Well, I really want to succeed in this, but then if I don't succeed in this, then that's fine. I mean, it won't really hurt me that bad. That's kind of a negative way to think about it,
mm-hmm.
right? Now, if we fail at it and blah, 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 it's like, all right, well, you know, brush yourself off. You know, could have been worse, blah, 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 blah. But why have that conversation on your journey to achieve that? So yeah, it's basically kind of giving yourself, and I'm victim to this at times, of giving ourselves like some sort of like a leeway of like an excuse, like an alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, it's fine. Like you're almost like you're on your way. You're not even almost there, but you're on your way to achieve whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah, but if I don't really end up doing this, that's fine. I mean, I'm still gonna eat at the end of the day. I'm still gonna have a bed to sleep in. So
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. I mean, well, for one, you definitely need to always recognize like gratitude is still important, even during your times of failure. You know what I mean? Don't give up on yourself, but still be grateful, right?
Yeah.
Another thing is what was I thinking? I was thinking gratitude. But then I was thinking like allow yourself just enough grace. Give yourself just a little bit of grace in order to be able to brush yourself off and get back up. Because the fact of the matter is pressure, and sometimes it does hurt. Especially when that pressure compounds.
Let's be honest, bro. Many times it hurts.
It hurts.
Pressure hurts is freaking.
That's why like it's so like vague when people are just like, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back or how quickly you get back up. It's like, yeah, sure, like it makes sense,
but every fall is different though.
No, but that's not the point I'm trying to get at. But it's like it makes sense, and it's it seems so simple. Yeah, just get back up and try again, right? But sometimes you really do need to just sit. Like when you fall, sometimes you really just feel like you just want to lay down for a little bit, before you get back.
Get your breath.
You know what I'm saying? Like sure, I'm gonna get back up. You know what I mean? But just allow me some grace. You know what I mean? Give yourself just enough grace, in order that think of it like hitting a workout, and in between sets you have that little rest period, right? 30 seconds to 45 seconds is like, oh, this guy's crazy. A minute to a minute and a half, normal. Anything above that, it's like
you're pushing it.
Yeah, like maybe it's a little bit too much rest.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for like 1 rep maxes, heavy sets, whatever the case is. But like if you're telling me you're going to hit a set and then go talk for 10, 20 minutes and then come back to hit another set, like you're giving yourself way too much grace.
Yeah.
But give yourself that little period of just let me reset before I go out again.
So that brings us to the second one I want to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was being around being around
you're surrounding
yourself with uplifting
people. Yeah.
The second one was taking time to breathe and to relax, right?
Okay,
so that really ties into what
the grace,
the whole grace of just like, yo, give me a second, let me breathe, let me relax. But then another thing that because each one has like its own like description. This one, what I liked about it was just detach yourself from your electronics, TV, just get some sort of quiet time. Have a quiet place just to breathe.
You have a quiet voice right now on this podcast.
I mean, that's just...
You're just detaching and relaxing, my God.
I'm detaching. I'm just soothing like that, bro.
What?
A little ASMR, actually, bro. But,
do anything?
I don't think so. Cool. Find that place where you're going to be able to recollect yourself, get out. It could be in your car. It could be at the beach. It could be on a view. It could be anywhere, right? As long as you find that specific place, because like, for example, I know when I'm super stressed and I don't want to be around anyone. As much as I love you and I love the boys, right, that, I've grown up with and I'm comfortable with, I don't want to be around you guys at times. And I feel like that's completely normal. I don't want to be even around my parents. I don't want to be around anyone. For whatever mood that I'm in at that specific moment, I just want to be by myself. Being able to move away from just in some sort of isolation outside your house, outside your place. Because if you're just in isolation in your room, personally, I don't think that's the best thing, because you know what's up. You lay down in your bed, or you're just sitting down in your chair in your room, you're just staring at corners, and you're just thinking about life, and then you start getting into a very dark place in your life.
Yeah.
At least if you're out and you're about, which is like one of the other points of being active, right? You're out, you're doing something, but you're still by yourself. You're able to then recollect yourself, to start really thinking about things. If you want to freaking yell on top, like, you know what I'm saying, as loud as you can, because you're free to do that. If you're with the boys, if you're with your parents, and out of nowhere you're having a mid-conversation, you're like, just start yelling. Yeah, it's going to be like, yo, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? It's kind of weird. I'll be like, yo, just air it out, bro. Go ahead. You need to say it.
Right, yeah, you don't want to project those issues onto other people. You don't want to you want to be able to, let that go somewhere else in order that you're not bringing it back to other people.
Being around people is healthy. It's very, very healthy.
It is, yeah.
But there are specific moments where I'm trying to really wrap this whole thing around. There's specific moments where you have to be by yourself.
Yeah. No, I love the idea of, dude, we're so lucky. The beach is right there, dude. We are so insanely
Bro,
lucky.
BB hit me up the other day telling me, yo, what's up? And it was raining, right? I think it was like a Tuesday or something.
It was a Monday.
It was a freaking Monday.
It was Monday, yeah.
BB hits me up, and it's raining outside. He's like, yo, what's up, man? You want to go to the beach with me right now? I'm like, bro, it's raining. He's like, and? I swear to God, if I did not have things to do, I would have went. I was thinking about canceling. I swear to God, I was thinking about canceling.
No way.
I was thinking about canceling everything that I would have done,
Dude.
just so I can go to the beach. So I'm like, why not, bro?
That's so dope, man. You want to make out? No, man. You know what? It's
What the flip?
it's actually insane because like there's been like proper research that has come out that has shown that like water improves your mood. So like literally one of the reasons why going to the beach feels good
Yeah.
is because you literally see the water in its natural format and it improves your mood. Why do you think people are like, oh yeah, dude, I feel like crap, I'm gonna go take a shower? Why do you think people go out in the rain, come back in, they go, dude, that felt amazing? Why? Because they got wet? No. Water literally has the ability to improve your mood.
Think about it. When you're in your mom's stomach, you're just chilling with water, some sort of fluid.
Word.
You think being around water
Yeah.
brings us back to that one specific moment?
Dude, isn't that crazy?
Like subconsciously, maybe that's why it calms us down.
Isn't it crazy how like water brings us joy, but then also when we're in joy, we get wet? So the other point I wanted to mention, I never ended up going to the beach that day, by the way.
What a freaking loser.
Yeah, no, you know what happened that day? I literally woke up after like event weekend. The Monday after event weekends, by the way, yani, it's literally a sign of my age or a sign of my lack of cardio. I am beat to crap. I'm literally a 2x4. I can't flipping move, dude. And so by the time I called you, that's literally me getting out of bed almost. You know what I mean? I think I busted some missions. I don't know what happened that day, but it literally just like I couldn't do anything, you know? And I was like, the best thing I can do is go clear my head. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to attach the point that we spoke of recently. When you do fall and then you decide, okay, I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace, right? You need to also go back to what we're talking about. Learn how to fail. When you do fall, use that time of grace. One, to clear your head, whatever, just completely empty out. But two, use it as an opportunity to go back to the drawing board. Use it as an opportunity to be like, hey, you know what? Why do I need to clear my head?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to clear my head because, you know, I'm burnt out, I messed up, whatever. Figure out how to improve on it. Go back to your goals and look at them again, add on to them, go back to what inspires you. All of that in that moment of grace, that will allow you, in that moment of relaxation, that will allow you to reignite that fire from inside. Mm-hmm. And when you say, hey, you know what? Okay, I fell. Time to get back up. You get back up sprinting. You get back up with that fire behind you, you know?
But yeah, everything is within moderation.
Moderation. Wow.
So like, because you don't want to get back up eventually and then be like, I'm going to get to it a little bit later. Just as like after that set, like it's been like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you've been like lounging around the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, all right, I think I'm just going to do one more set of bench. But it's already been like 10, 15 minutes and you're just being lazy. Like you want to get to it like basically at a specific time.
Right.
You allow yourself to breathe and reconvene and just get your thoughts together. But then at the same time, it's like you can't lag it too much.
Take advantage of that moment in which when you're ready to go, use that moment to get up and go.
Dude, it's like
because sometimes that moment will come.
Getting taken advantage of.
Whoa, which van are we taking? Or are we taking the vantage? You ever taken a 5-minute nap?
No.
5-minute naps are like
5-minute naps don't exist.
they're one of my life hacks. I promise you, I swear to God,
They don't exist.
they legit save my life sometimes.
5-minute naps?
Bro, sometimes I'll be in the middle of the day and I'll be slumped, like stupid slumped. Like I legit be struggling to keep my eyes open.
Just say slumped. You're already stupid.
I'd be struggling to keep my eyes open. You know what I mean? And the only thing on my mind, the only thing on my mind and on my eye, the only thing on my mind is like, dude, I need a nap.
5-minute nap though?
Yet, Allah, the first time I did it, I was taking anatomy. And I committed myself to reading every chapter of the anatomy book. Obviously, that only lasted one day. But in that first day, I learned one of the most valuable lessons of my life. Because I was sitting there, I was reading, and I was reading, and I was reading. And I don't know about you guys, but the moment I start reading, all it takes is like 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm ready to go to sleep forever.
Yeah.
Right? I'm reading, and I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell. So I literally put a 5-minute timer on, and I slammed my head down. I didn't even sleep. But because I just had that 5-minute shut-eye,
yeah,
the moment my alarm went off, I got up, and I promise you, that ish boosted me, bro. And even in recent times, 5-minute nap, I would legit put on a timer for 5 minutes. I put my head down, and within 3 minutes, I would feel that whole like moment of like deep exhaustion gone. I wouldn't even need the full 5 minutes. I'd get up and I'd be ready to go. That's the only reason why I'm bringing this up.
Why?
Is because in those moments where you give yourself grace, right? Think about it like when, let's say, for example, you have like your best friends in life, right? Your brothers or your moms or your parents, whatever. And you open up to them about something that you're very, very bothered about and you're very emotional about. Okay. And they'll hear you out and they're like, yes, dude, just let it all out of your system. You can cuss, you can scream, you can have your moment. I'll grant you that moment. But then it gets to a point where they start overdoing it. And you're like, bro, you had your moment to let it out. I was here to hear you out. But like, we also got to get back to work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So in those moments of grace, you have to recognize, hey, you know what? From my 5-minute nap, the 3 minutes was enough. I'm not going to wait for the full 5. Let me get up and go since I'm good to go now.
Yep.
In those moments of grace, hey, you know what? I enjoyed the beach for this day of the week. I got to get back to work tomorrow. I got to get back to work in a couple hours. Now that my mind is clear, let me actually sit back on my laptop and get some work done. Don't just write off the entire day. Don't just write off the entire week. Don't just write off the entire month because you decided to give yourself a moment of grace.
Yeah.
Boom. Once you actually are cleared up, you have that moment, get up and take it.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that, man.
I have a question.
What's up, dude?
You as a male, okay, would you rather be attracted to men or minors?
Más o menos.
Más o menos?
Yeah. I want you to figure that out and stop asking stupid questions that you already know the answer to, baby.
You know what's crazy is I thought you were gonna go that way first. I was ready for it too. That's nuts. Anyways, with that being said, yeah, dude, find your people. Find your people who are, one, either going to do it so well themselves that you witnessing their growth reignites that fire in your own heart, or find the people who will literally grab you by the collar and shake you, whether it's physically or emotionally. Yeah. They will literally shake you until you're able to have that conversation with yourself. I flipping got this. Yeah. Let's go out and get it. And the second thing was, give yourself those moments of grace and then use that only as a way to relay the momentum back forward.
Yeah.
Sign us off, baby.
Dude, and this was another exciting episode of the King of Average podcast. This is your host, Matic and
BB.
And one more thing before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Today's sponsor of the video is Sty. Peace out, guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.